Jenkins, you've seen him grow up so much.
Sure.
Have you kept in touch with him at all? And when you look back at his development, how do you still use that today? Kind of how you maybe talk to players and what you learned from that experience with him?
Sure. I try and keep up with all the guys. I think something that's unique about the UW tight ends is in the last 5 years we've had 4 guys in the NFL, from Austin to Josh Perkins, Darrell Daniels, obviously with Will Dissly now. I make an effort to try and, still keep in touch with them and just to say, hey, encouraging words every now and again. When Austin was going through his deal, just being able to know that there was somebody you could reach out to and still talk to and still continue to support and be big fans of all those guys to this day. And, even the kids that have graduated, like a guy like Evan Hudson or Michael Harveyson, I'm still saying, once we get into fall camp, it's always been a big family around here to me. Sending those guys texts of, hey, it's fall camp time, thinking about you, love you, and hope you're representing the family the right way.
Now, yesterday, what can you kind of glean from the offense? Had pretty good success comparatively, so the structure is a little different. Just talk about what you gleaned from yesterday's.
Well, I think the biggest thing was we got into the red zone and we executed at a high level. I think we have a lot of talent and a lot of returning players. None of that means really anything unless you execute at a high level. And I thought yesterday was probably the prototypical example of what we're capable of, because our defense is so talented. We have so many good players, especially in the backfield, linebacker, defensive line, all of that. So I thought it was a really, really good day of just being on the same page. And, every single day we're just trying to be the best version of ourselves. And I thought that was a really, really good day. Today we were stacking another one.
And now, with Trey kind of still working his way back, the blocking aspect of the tight end, Drew Sample especially, how much has that been a focus early in camp?
Well, for us, it really hadn't changed anything. For us, has always kind of been the mentality of taking pride in our work, however that kind of shows up in the offensive scheme, whether that's catching footballs, whether that's pass protection, whether that's run blocking. Just really taking that inherent sense of pride and really making sure that we put our best foot forward. So, Trey working back in and taking some awesome team reps. Obviously you love having a guy of that size on the line of scrimmage, and it kind of makes our misfits at tight ends. He kind of covers us up and has our back a little bit. But, even with some of the younger guys, I think it's really, really cool for us as especially Drew Sample and the guys that have had reps before to create communication and still continue to talk to the younger guys and build reps with the younger offensive linemen. So, whether it's Trey or whether it's the next guy up, it's just another day to be able to perfect our craft.
And how's it been with Hunter trying to get, what's the plan for him? Because maybe not specific, maybe the most
Sure.
Pete, but just kind of what has been the plan for him to get him back?
The biggest plan for him is just taking his recovery day by day. Just trying to get him back, obviously, as quick as possible in a selfish way. But I think what the plan has been for him, really, especially at this moment right now, is Hunter Bryant has a unique ability to be able to really focus on growing the mental aspect of his game, of really diagnosing coverages, because he is probably one of the most physically talented guys that I've seen maybe since Austin Jenkins in terms of route running and pass catching and God-given ability. Now, we are able to grow him and develop him into recognizing coverages and knowing the why. And once we get the why really, really strong with Hunter, I think there's going to be some scary things to expect out of that kid.
So what has it meant for your group to have a senior and Drew Sample lead the way for the younger tight ends?
Gosh, man, it's meant the world. I think just confidence Drew Sample has, we were talking a little bit earlier, Drew Sample's ability to be professional, to be respectful, to bring energy, to bring enthusiasm. He is the prototype of what old school tight ends used to be, of just grinders, guys that are really physical at the line of scrimmage, that are still very athletic out in space. So he is, for the younger guys, is day in and day out, he shows up on all our cut-ups in terms of game reps because he's played so much. And I think just, game experience, I think is something just, as we start to get through fall camp and these guys hear my coaching words, Drew's got this innate ability to be able to show them, hey, physically, this is what I learned, this is how I did it. And I think, he's been... You really can't replace a guy like Drew Sample in terms of leadership.
And then sometimes it can be overwhelming for like a true freshman to come in and learn the tight end position.
Sure.
How does Devin Culp looking so far in fall camp?
Day by day. Really just focusing on the day ahead. What I think is unique about playing tight end at our university right here is you're going to play in a pro-style offense, and we're going to ask a bunch out of you. I still think it's one of the hardest positions, which I think is always a unique aspect of the tight end room. But I get to learn a lot about the kids mentally and how they handle some adversity and when it gets tough. And I think there's some unique growing moments, especially for those true freshmen. So I think Devin's done an awesome job. I think he's going to continue to push through and continue to be really mentally tough and take some really, really cool steps to be an awesome tight end here in the future.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Yep.